Y'all gotta let me know what's y'all Instagram, cause I got a magazine in St. Louis and I would love to.
Magazine in St. Louis?
Oh yeah. The youth is actually doing stuff in St. Louis if they would actually look and see and create.
Save it.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Right now I'm looking at a police car, 2 cops with canines in their hand, trying to tell kids that the park is closed. If we keep getting met with stuff like that.
Yeah, there's been times where I needed to talk to somebody, and I have parents, I have both of my parents, and I have, like, they're in the same household, but it's not like I can go to them and open up and stuff. They're strict, but, like, they're not strict.
Like, I feel like instead of getting up in life and going on, y'all should come back to your community to help the kids, to make sure that keeps going in generations.
But have stuff for us to do. All we can do is walk through her. You know what I mean? And we're not learning nothing. Ain't no artifacts. Ain't no interactive nothing. You know what I mean? Like, we have nothing but time to act the fool.
Voices of the future. Voices of the future. Voices of the future.
Voices of the future.
Voices of the future.
What y'all all doing tonight?
We out here kicking it.
Trying to find something to do.
Yeah.
Like everybody else.
Yeah, trying to find something to get into.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Why downtown?
Everybody downtown. Why not?
Ain't really nowhere else.
Yeah, it's nowhere else to go.
We was already down here too.
Y'all gotta use the mic.
It's nowhere else to go but downtown.
When you say there's nowhere else to go, before you pass the mic, before you say there's nowhere else to go, go into details. What do you mean by that?
I mean, we don't have no free centers. I mean, the ones that we do, it ain't nothing but 12 and under. You know what I mean? We need places where we can be able to be creative and have fun and kick it as young adults and teenagers, and they don't have no type of nothing for that. And if they do, it's pretty lame. So we out here.
Okay. All right, cool. I'm with that. What about you? You want to piggyback on that, or you cool with her answer?
I don't know what to say.
Yeah. You got something to get.
I gotta think.
I'm gonna say this. I feel like yes, it's some of our fault, not our fault, but like the teens' fault, only because like when we do have something, they be quick to mess it up. Yeah. So it's part our fault, but also they don't really bring us nothing to have either.
You know what? I respect that. I respect anybody that even though it might not be you per se, that you own up to your ownership of it as a team. Do you feel like there are enough places for teens and young adults to hang out at in St. Louis, or even like around the area you guys live in?
So one, no, but I'm gonna say this. When you go to other cities like Chicago and Atlanta and all of these other major cities that have downtowns as well, they're for the teenagers. So when we downtown, I feel like this is what's to be expected for teenagers to be now. I don't think it should be a whole lot of ruckus, no, but have stuff for us to do. All we can do is walk through her. You know what I mean? And we're not learning nothing. Ain't no artifacts. Ain't no interactive nothing. You know what I mean? Like, we have nothing but time to act the fool. So I feel like, yeah, it is. Okay, it is our fault. But guess what? We're kids. It's adults that manage all of these properties. Y'all grown. Think. Like, do something so that way we can actually put our minds to use instead of just acting their ass. Look, they got taters. It's like, that mean they ain't got nothing to do. They're bored. Have us have something to do. Stop complaining. Right. Some action.
Cool. Look, let me ask this. What would you guys, I want everybody to answer this question, so think about it. What would you guys like to see, come from St. Louis for you guys as a teen or a young adult?
Well, as a young adult, per se, like I just wish we had more creative spaces. So centers where we able to draw, where we're able to sing, where we're able to dance, because a lot of where we're able to play basketball safely. You know what I mean? It's a lot of talent in St. Louis. I see it all the time. A lot of designing spaces. You know what I mean? Like, it's a whole lot of places in other places, per se Chicago, where I moved to not be here, so I can be creative. So there's a whole lot of spaces in Chicago I can go right now if I want to make some clothes or 3D print or do some editing or, like really expand my knowledge of things that I like to do instead of being here. And we don't have that here. So if we have more creative spaces and centers, I feel like that'll be a major help. So we can find something, to put our minds to.
People that use their time wisely and stuff.
What you think?
Take the mic.
I don't know what to say.
You don't know what we need in the city?
Girl, I'm not over here.
Oh yeah, she from East St. Louis, y'all.
Yeah.
She don't know what we got up over here. But
I can respect that. I can respect that.
what you think?
But they dirty too.
Well, honestly, I'm gonna say this. Like what she said, like a lot of people they make music. I'm not trying to hate on nobody, but it's enough rappers from St. Louis. But too, I feel like since there's so many people that want to make music, maybe they should go and make a free studio or somebody that can, like they could be used for community service hours or something, help each other out rather than being out here hating on each other and all of this other stuff, bring each other up. And with that being said, too, a lot of people around here, why is there so many kids on the street? Nothing to do. Nothing to do. Like, I'm glad ain't nobody fighting like this. I'm proud of them for real. This we moving up. But like, no, it should be something for them to do. They don't want to be at home. They need something to do that's not at home. Some kids, they just need an outlet from home.
Okay, I dig that. While we're talking about home, this is a question we've been asking a lot of people. How are you guys' relationship like with the adults in your life, like uncles, aunts, and more importantly, parents?
Honestly, I'm glad. I'm proud to say that I was raised in a good home. My parents, yes, they were strict, but now that I'm older, I thank them so much for that because I'm not outside acting a fool. I know how to carry myself as a lady and all of this other stuff. And I just wish it was other people to show other ladies and young adults to like present themselves and stuff. Like, not saying it's not bad to have fun. You can go outside, twerk, whatever, but it's an extent. A place and a time, things like that. But yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Let me see. I also wanted to add because yes, and then like when they have like right now, I'm looking at a police car, 2 cops with canines in their hand, trying to tell kids that the park is closed. If we keep getting met with stuff like that, you doing nothing but encouraging people to okay, cool, like I'm gonna be disrespectful now, you know what I mean? Y'all not saying, okay, hey, like y'all not, I don't know, like this is too much for kids.
They're not interrupting nobody.
That's what I'm saying, like, and then we all just walking away, like, you know, we all just having a good time, and then y'all talking about some, oh, get away from the park. Ain't that what the park for?
Then they trying to enclose everybody into one area. That's going to make a problem.
That's going, we all, yeah, that's too much.
Be spread out.
But as far as the parents, I come from a great single parent household. My mom is amazing, always stayed up in my ear, always, like you said, taught me how to be a lady, know it's a time and a place to everything. However, my mama also told me to get out of St. Louis. And I feel like a lot of parents, at least, you know, people from her and you know, who stay and talking to their kids, they always be like, okay, find other places to go than St. Louis. And I feel like that's so, what's the word? It's just, I don't know, it kind of, I don't know, I feel like it just makes St. Louis worse because growing up I used to be like, oh, I can't wait to leave, instead of, okay, I want to create her, I want to build her. Like, if anything, I think the next time we're going to have a free center is when I get grown and I make it myself. You know what I mean? But like, all of these grown people is trying to like leave up out of here.
They got big ass dogs.
For real, that's what I'm saying, all these big ass dogs, like we're kids, y'all don't need these big old canines and barking at people, chasing people. That's so, it's a word for that. Like, it's just setting us back. Whatever the word is for setting us back, it's setting us back.
That's when they was using them hoses and dogs.
Oh God, like that's, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's too aggressive. We're like, no matter how tall, how big, how crazy, no matter what, all them curse words that come out these kids' mouths, they're still babies on the inside. All of that stuff is learned behavior.
And then it be our own people.
For real, be our own. Oh God, I just seen one of them, the black lady who was up over there. She was talking shit to them little girls. What are you doing? You're a whole lady in a leadership role. Act better. Y'all are not a good example neither.
And they be quick to be aggressive.
For
Why can't
real.
y'all just start by talking?
And then wonder why we so aggressive.
Tone. Right.
So let me ask you
You
this.
yell at me, I'm yell back.
That part.
You know, I want to let y'all express yourself freely. We're going to bring it back. What were some of the difficulties that you guys face as teens?
Difficulties that we face, I feel like it's a lot of gun violence. I do not agree with the gun laws that we have. I feel like in no way should I be able to go in with my ID into a store and go buy a gun, and just be chilling and kicking it and like not like. Usually they be outside with these guns, like, you know, just regular, like it's an accessory, like it's a purse or something. My bad, y'all. I gotta keep making sure I look at my surroundings. Like, oh, and even that, like always having to feel like I'm on edge, like difficulties and like, you know, it just be so much violence so sporadically. It's hard to just be a kid and be a teen and be out and just live. Yeah, like it's already hard enough that we black, already hard enough that we girls. Now we gotta worry about people our age and school shootings. Like, I went to CVPA. and we just had a whole school shooting up over there. I graduated, but the person who went to go strip the school graduated with me. And so I feel like the system let that boy down, and I feel like whatever, because he used to go to people, he used to talk to people, counselors that we had, adults that we had, to express himself and understand, let people know that he's not okay, he's angry on the inside. And I feel like it was just swept up under the rug, and I feel like that does nothing but like let shit boil. And unfortunately what happened. And I feel like a lot of teenagers these days, even the regular little dudes that be outside with toting guns, be feeling those type of ways. And so I feel like we need like more mental health support as well. I feel like that's a real big difficulty that we face. Because being in St. Louis, it take a whole lot to stay positive.
Okay, so like I said, I was raised in a good household. My mom, I don't come from poverty or anything like that. But another thing I talk about a lot, I feel like people, they want to become what they see. In the black community in St. Louis, I don't see a lot of luxurious cars that people own, not rent. I don't see a lot of those. I don't see a lot of rich, wealthy, smart black people around here trying to uplift other young adults, trying to get them where they are in their life. If it wasn't for my mama, I probably would be where they are. But I'm not because of my mama. And it's like, I feel like instead of getting up in life and going on, y'all should come back to your community to help the kids, to make sure that keeps going in generations. Instead of us just letting go, y'all letting go and keeping y'all money to yourselves. Y'all don't even gotta bring the money. It's just mentorship. Just telling the kids what to do, how to do, and yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. Because y'all wonder why all of these communities, like when you go to like all of these places getting gentrified, it's because they're coming back and putting money into what they want. All of these white people come back, they open up these centers, they open up scholarship programs and internships and all of this, stuff to give, like to make sure that they keep it with their people. We should be doing the same thing.
I feel like black people, the black race is not the only, but the main race that they don't support each other. Instead of supporting each other, they go and hate on another person rather than coming together to build something, using y'all money to come together to build something big. Y'all sitting here starting all these little companies, struggling on y'all own. Y'all can go to one another to help support one another, and it be bigger.
All right, so look, let me ask this in closing. I want y'all to look at the camera and two things. First, I want you to give the people a message that you really want to talk to. Like, you already said what you want to bring here, but talk to the people who don't understand y'all. When I say understand y'all, I mean talk to the people who don't understand y'all as a team, who might have difficulties communicating with y'all, or vice versa. You communicating with them. Like, this is a platform right now. We're trying to make sure y'all voices are heard.
Yeah, give me a little second. No, you're good, baby.
In the meantime, I respect the answers y'all giving. I feel like they're real genuine, and I feel like y'all mean what y'all saying. Y'all saying what y'all mean, so we definitely can respect that.
My message would be to anybody that's watching, any like adult that's watching, because and for teens, I feel like we all should just be into understanding each other more and understanding why people act the way that they act, because we all learn from our environments, by the people that brought us up, and the situations that we go through. And so if we all move in a light that's more understanding, I feel like we'll go not a long way, but at least we'll start getting somewhere. Also just making sure that we talk to each other. I feel like mental health now is starting to become such a big trend, but I don't think people really understand how much having somebody to talk to really goes a long way. I feel like if I didn't have my mama to talk to and be able to express myself like the way I wanted to, then I would not be as open and kind and nice and and understanding. I feel like I'm very empathetic towards people just because I had somebody be empathetic towards me. And so yeah, just try to understand each other a little bit more, y'all, and understand that death is permanent and it's not the answer to everything. Sometimes it's okay to walk away, and sometimes it's okay to just be the bigger person. Understand that it's more to life than just this little ass beef that you got in this small ass city. You got something?
I'm trying
to your parents.
Just say, okay, see,
Yeah. Something to your
We know
parents,
you ain't from
yeah.
St. Louis, but what would you like to say to the people of your age group that, you know?
about all this.
Yeah, about in general, like a message.
anything.
Don't be shy. It's all good. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's people out there. If you could give any advice, how about that? To anybody, just blanket statement. If you can give a blanket statement advice to anybody out there, go ahead and do that.
Or advice to your younger self, because that's who the younger generation is.
Right.
Little us is.
All I really gotta say is, like, if you going through something, stay strong, because everything is gonna turn out in a different point of view from what you probably viewing it from. Even within living in St. Louis, East St. Louis, you know, I'm from across the river, so I don't really be over here like that, but like I still see everything, because I obviously got friends that's over here, so I understand where they're coming from, because we have like the same issues over there really bad. So yeah, that's really it.
So with the staying strong, do you feel like that you have people, or even your peers have people to talk to when they aren't as strong, or when they are going through? How do you feel about that? Has there been any times where you needed people to talk to?
I mean, yeah, there's been times where I needed to talk to somebody, and I have parents. I have both of my parents, and I have, like, they're in the same household, but it's not like I can go to them and open up and stuff. They're strict, but like they're not strict. But it's like I have older brothers, and like I have a brother that's a nurse, and like another brother that has his own business, so like I can just go talk to my older brothers about stuff that, you know what I'm saying, that I go through, and this and the third. So my brothers are really like my biggest support system.
But you do have one.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. And in closing with you, has there ever been a time where you feel like you really wanted to talk to your parents, but they didn't understand? And in the future, would you like to try to build their relationship where you can open up to them, and even they can open up to you?
Yes, with my dad, there's been times I can sit and talk to him. He try to understand, especially like through like the real bad times that I've had within my life, my high school years before I graduated and stuff. I feel like when I go to college, I feel like the relationship with my parents are gonna kind of possibly get stronger. So I really can't give a answer for that, but we'll see.
Alright, I mean, that's cool. Alright, you best, Mike. I want to say, I just want you to stay encouraged with that. I mean, you know, sometimes, you know, communication is one of the biggest problems in the world. So, you know, as long as you guys can work on that communication, I think you can get to where you want to get to. You all good, man. You all back. Alright, and what about you?
To the younger kids, I'm gonna say it's okay to be different. I see it's very popular being a drug dealer, scamming, because it's fast money, but that's not, really think about that in the future. What can you do with scamming money? You can't put it on paper. You can't get a real job. It's not, come on, think, like, seriously. But yes, I feel like, back to what I was saying, that's all that kids see. So I feel like if they brought other people into the community to see what they could become rather than drug dealers, scammers, rappers and stuff, that they would possibly think about that. And to the adults, I feel like y'all should try to listen to what other people or y'all kids are saying to y'all. It's okay to, like, be wrong. I feel like adults always think everything they say is right, and kids can never be right, and they're always wrong just because y'all the adults. Sometimes y'all not right. And I'm gonna say that from my perspective, because as many times I've talked to my parents and they always think they're right. But back to the parenting thing, me and my mom recently moved to Atlanta, so we've been bonding a lot. So I feel like our bond been getting real good ever since then, because all we have really is our each other. But yeah, I feel like our communication skills got better. She's starting to listen to me a lot more and understand where I'm coming from. But yeah, the older people, I feel like y'all should start listening more and stop just letting our kids do whatever. Like, it's okay to tell kids no. It's okay to, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yes, stop being your kid's best friend. Yeah. Literally. Yeah.
Okay, y'all. If y'all have any music, any clothing brands, if you a poet, if you a journalist, if you just like to put your input and stuff, follow me. My Instagram is cybersaint, SYBRSAINT. And then my magazine Instagram is SoCyber, SOSYBR. Yeah, hit me up.
Hi, I'm Adriana, and I'm a designer and I'm a model. And if you are actually looking to model, I am designing and I'm walking in my first, well, it's not my first fashion show that I'm walking in, but it's my first show that I'm designing in actually. And my Instagram, my brand Instagram is 5RIABRAND. That's my brand Instagram. And my main Instagram is Drea Clarice, which is DRIACLARICEE. And if you looking to model, hit me up. I got you. I got connections. Just let me know. Period.
Hey y'all, y'all can just follow me. Her name _K HERNA. What? Your grapes? Girl, I am.
Oh yeah, sure.
I got side hustles. It's too many of those. But just follow me. Her name _K HERNAME_KAYY. It was nice talking to y'all.
Y'all watching Vibe News, and we rocking with the street show.
Well, I never had my parents growing up, you know. My parents left me when I was 6. So. I mean, it was one incident. We was driving one night, and they got into it, and he threw her outside the car by her hair. And I was holding her by her head, and I was like 5, you know, I was too young, but she was like, Mark, you better not ever put your hands on a woman, you know? And we took her to the hospital, and she straight lied for the man she was with, and was like, you know, I fell out the car when we was driving. You know, like I lost my mom at a young age and everything, you know. I seen my brother, you know, we was outside when he was 14, I was 6. I was outside with my brother, and you know, he had me after my mom died, so I had to follow in his footsteps.